Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're going to be trying a Silver Oak collaboration from Bardstown Bourbon Company here at the ABV Barrel Shop. My name is Steve Akeley, joined by Darren McCroy and Clayton Saybacker. What's up, guys?
Nothing. What's up with you, Steve?
Not much.
How's it going?
Good. So this is an exciting one, right?
Very.
Yeah, as soon as I brought out the presentation, you guys were in awe.
Yeah.
It reminded me of your diorama from second grade.
Theirs is a little more clean cut around the edges. But, all in all, very similar.
It brought you back, didn't it? Yeah. So, comes with a really their presentation's off the charts these days with their media kit. So this one, and each one's different. It's not like the diorama of the other one. No, everything's been a different theme. So this one, of course, takes advantage. You see all the grapes grown in California there, and this little diorama type thing. Then you get a Copita glass, which is the preferred nosing glass, and then you get the little bottle of Bardstown Bourbon Company. This collaboration with Silver Oak. So should be fun. We're going to be trying that. We'll get to that after the break, though. For right now, though, Darren said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir?
So the seasons are a-changing. And this might just be prep for my class tomorrow that I kind of just thought about. But what is your guys' go-to fall cocktail? Is there a cocktail that just screams fall to you?
Yes. I would say anything with, like cider in it. That has a fall feel to it, right? That wouldn't seem right drinking that, in the summertime or really even in the winter. It's something about the fall and cider. So, yeah, I'd say that would fall into that.
That's a real tough one for me because, I like the crisp morning. I want something with a little cider in it. Mm-hmm. But in the evening, I want something that's maybe a little more richer with some type of, like a liqueur into maybe some like hot chocolate or something, something along those lines. Something a little thicker, a little more sweet, But, yeah.
I think the tough thing about fall is really every other season also, right? Winter and summer are clear cut, and then spring and fall are kind of this. Some days it's going to be more summer cocktails still could hit good. Like today, we're technically in fall, and highball would taste better than a hot apple cider drink right now, right?
Right.
Yeah. But
in both of those, spring and fall, you can get all 4 seasons. In there. Mm-hmm. What we traditionally think of as fall, but it could be warm, it could be hot, it could be snowing, depending on where you're at in the country.
I think one of the ones I'm eyeing is a pumpkin spiced. We're going basic fall flavors here. So.
Pumpkin spice. There you go.
Yeah, who knows how that's going to turn out.
There you go.
I've had some pumpkin spice ciders, and they're delicious.
Sure.
I'd take a cider, or even you take like a cider, and then you rim it with some pumpkin spice seasoning.
Do you worry about being typecast, though, being a redhead drinking pumpkin spice stuff?
Yeah. I mean,
are you worried about
if you have been to my cocktail class, you know for one thing that I do not drink them beforehand. I make them in front of the class for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think I'm safe.
What cocktails, I'm just saying this because I talk about it all the time. I don't make very many cocktails. Old fashioned really is about it. Kentucky Mule I can make. Though I haven't made one of those in more than a year. We've been on the old fashioned kick. That's all I make. I don't really make cocktails. What about you guys? I'm talking about at home and something you would really do. Not like theoretically. What are some cocktails you actually make?
In theory, I make a Bloody Mary every single day. I've not done that once in my life. But no. Manhattans are kind of my go-to, and then highballs.
Highballs, yeah, highballs.
A good highball after mowing the grass with good.
I could make a highball back in the day because that's what my grandma drank. Well, I grew up in the era where the kids would make the drinks for the adults, and so I could make a highball.
But you always also have bourbon slush.
In the summertime, yes, but remember that was taken over from me by my wife. I mean, that was my family recipe, but I haven't actually made bourbon slush.
But then you make the eggnog, though.
I do make eggnog, yes.
So you have another one to throw on your list.
I kind of forget that. But what's weird about that is, and I know maybe there's someone that can do it, but it's a different type of cocktail. Like if you guys say, hey, I'm going to come over to your house for a Christmas party on the December 16th, I might be making that on November 12th.
Yeah.
It's not like preparing in front of you and that. It almost feels like more like baking almost because you're following
it's a batch product instead of a...
Yeah, it's not, hey, you order it, I'll make it. No, so yeah. So technically it is a cocktail, but it's just different. Yeah. It's its own thing for sure. How about you, Clayton? You do any cocktails at the house?
Not anymore. I used to. I've never really been a big cocktail person because it's just I don't have the patience to measure. Because if I make one, I want to measure everything out. I want to, I take the time to make it properly, and so I can't if I'm going to do something, I can't just cut corners here and there. So when I was doing, I guess you could say cocktails, I would probably do more of a hot toddy in the evening, just because I grew up drinking tea, warm tea. I'd have warm tea at my grandmother's house all the time. So for me, tea and whiskey is just.
I do like a hot toddy, and sometimes at some bars and that I'll get one of those. But I never make them at the house. But I do kind of like those from time to time.
Yeah, and like Darren said, for me, if I'm doing a lot of work in the evening, it's just a nice way to relax. Mm-hmm. It's a good therapeutic
calming,
almost.
Yeah, I agree. So there you go. That's a look at us and cocktails. So there you go. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be trying this new Silver Oak collaboration. Bardstown is definitely the king of collaborations right now. There's nobody doing what they're doing. And this stuff is fun. It's just fun. So we haven't cracked the bottle yet. We haven't cheated. We're going to try it here live with you guys. So we'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the wards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the talk show podcast. It could be a talk show.
Talk show.
If you were
get
here,
a new car. You get a new car.
if you were here, it would be a talk show. But right now, it's just a podcast. And we come to you every day and we talk about bourbon. And
Wow, has this been a format change?
you're listening to the Bourbon Daily, and we are going to start over.
Is that how the show starts out?
No.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Steve, Darren, and Clayton, and we're here at the ABV Barrel Shop. We're at the tasting bar, and we're getting ready to try Silver Oak collaboration from Bardstown Bourbon Company. This should be fun. Darren, what do you know about this one?
So this is a blend of 9 to 15-year-old whiskey,
Okay.
and then finished in Silver Oak Cabernet barrels.
Okay.
Just Cabernet, not Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know what the difference between those two things are, but I know it's a thing. And then it is distilled in, I think I saw Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Georgia, I think was
In Georgia, okay.
what I saw.
On the nose, I don't know, it's like a graham cracker or something.
Yeah. The other thing, it is $150 retail, which
Okay.
for their collaborative series, that's right. That's actually on the cheaper end of some of them.
Yeah.
So,
True.
man, that nose is something else. It's like
Yeah, what do you think?
I almost get not exactly a s'more, but like a roasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then, like you said, with the graham cracker,
Graham cracker's
kinda.
definitely there.
But see, I'm not getting graham cracker like a s'more. I'm getting graham cracker like a graham cracker crust on a cheesecake. More
Yeah.
like with a little bit more baking, like sugar and cinnamon in it.
Uh-huh. Very cool.
It's richer than like if you just took a graham cracker and shoved it in your face.
So eloquent. All right, let's give this thing a taste. Let's see what we got.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very nice. I mean, I don't know that I'm really a Cabernet drinker, but if that's what's adding that flavor in there, it's awesome. Maybe I need to reconsider become a wine guy. That's really nice.
So it's finished for 17 months in that cab barrel,
So
and you're
that's-
definitely getting that influence.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's a
It
lot.
ends like with this nutty, just delicious flavor.
Yeah, yeah, that is good. Very good.
Have you had many other cab finishes, Steve?
I don't think so. I can't think of any. I'm sure I have through the
Yeah.
years, but off the top of my head, I don't know any.
I can think of one that I think we you were here too. Evan brought in the cab finish from Starlight,
Oh, okay.
and I remember having that one, but I do not remember being this blown away by it because this is something special.
Yeah.
Follow me on this here, because maybe it's just from taste memory. But about a week ago, I had a banana split. We went out for ice cream, and I got a banana split. And just for me, this finish kind of reminds me of that. You get the maraschino cherry with a little bit of whipped cream and the chopped nuts. Just a little combination of those things together. That's
I
kind
can
of
see it.
where I'm getting on the end there.
Yeah.
It's like,
There you go.
I don't know the last time I had a banana
it's
split
like
because I'm not
fruity,
two,
savory, but
Is 2-year-olds the ones that eat banana splits?
yeah, that's
I figured it was more like old people. My dad used to always get the banana split, so I always think that's an old person selection. I guess I got to rethink that. Everything from 2-year-olds to old people to Clayton's somewhere in between.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like what you like as a kid comes around as the old age. Like it's a circle,
Ah, okay. That's
and
what-
then in the middle years you like different things.
you like different things. There you go.
That's my theory.
Well, there you go. Once again, Bardstown is killing it. They and their collaborations are such a neat thing that they've got going on. So hats off to the Bardstown team, including Dan Calloway, who leads their collaboration series. And he's killing it. So he's doing some really good stuff there. And I can't wait to see what he's doing next. I mean, that's the cool thing about what he's got going on. And they seem to be coming out fast and furious, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Keep them coming. We like these for sure.
it's almost that question of what can't they do?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's getting to that point of what can't they do?
and they can't do no harm, Bardstown. Like I have not in the last 3 or 4 years have not had anything from them that I'm like, that's not the best of that whiskey you could produce. Like, it is just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
From the stuff they're making to all their collaboratives. And some of the collaboratives, like this one makes sense, partnering with a winery, but they'll partner with like some thing you've never heard of before.
Right.
And it will be amazing too. Just the ability to find these people is really something special.
And again, Dan was recently on the Bourbon Show and he talked about some of this stuff, but it's weird how he thinks and stuff like that. Like the Cooperage, when they came up with that one and they had the infrared cherry thing. And how do you come up with that? How do you decide, let's collaborate and here's what we should do? We should do this special. I don't know. So it's cool. So it'll be fun to continue to watch this grow. They're just I don't know, in terms of this whole wave of brands that are kind of doing a combination of sourcing for others and then putting out their own brands. I think they're doing it the best.
Yeah,
and I think that long term they're going to be a huge player. Not that they're not a huge player already. I just think that they're going to continue.
They're only going up.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I have a kind of interesting question. So say you owned a brewery or a winery or something that you thought you could partner with Bardstown. You would want to do that in a heartbeat, right? Like, you'd be like, hey, reach out. Hey, I have this idea. I think that you would be silly to not want to do that with Bardstown right now.
Right.
Because they won't do anything to harm their name. They're not going to harm your name. It's going to be...
Well, I think just not even on, like... I mean, it's just two-sided of, they're... Again, probably appreciating what you do, but again, like what you're going to learn from their perspective of why they want to partner with you. Of course, you want to partner with them, but then like why they specifically chose what you do, kind of, I think is actually just going to, bring new ideas to, like, again, if I'm a brewery, like, what else? Okay, they're going to bring something to me that like I can do new things now too, but just based on their perspective.
Yeah. That's one of the neat things about it. The fact that Dan talked about that too on the show. The fact that, man, it's really a big part of his job to make sure that his company, Bardstown Bourbon Company, doesn't hurt their collaborative partners in any way. To make sure that they're doing things right on his end. So he really, watches those things to make sure that everyone comes out a winner out of these things.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Which I don't think he has to watch it that hard, but yeah.
right. But it's good to know that you've got that guy in your court when you're collaborating.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I just think that's really cool. You don't see that much in American companies working together to do stuff.
Right.
Really, whiskey's the only place you can find that.
Yeah. Well, beer, maybe.
Well, beer. Well, alcohol.
Alcohol. There you go. Better catch all, right? All right. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Clayton, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at the Jefferson County Bourbon Collective on Facebook and on Instagram, Jeffco Bourbon Collective, all one word, no spaces.
Darren.
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website at thingsabvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop. We're doing stuff like this. We're making podcasts, talking to you guys, letting you taste out whiskey. You never know what we're going to have. We've always have cool things going on. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. Of course, help the show out by giving us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. That's pretty important to us. And of course, you want to truly get involved, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network. That's going to do it for today. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Till next time.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.
Thank you.